go, there we go. Actually, I can probably move. No, I need this. Do this, like this, like that. Kelev, anyone who's been here in the past week, does my voice, does all the audio sound good? Are we balanced? Actually, it looks like Brickman is loud. Why are you so loud, Brickman? Check, check. Music, yeah. I don't know what happened there. Check, check. Bring that down a bit. Should be good now, right? Alright. This should be good. And all my other streams should have audio off. We're waiting for Akos to show up. He's not even here. There he is. Alright, Akos in the house. All right. We're just waiting down the final few moments, guys. Look in the stream title. There's a bingo card there that you can play. I don't know how much of it will be relevant to this because I designed this level, but in the future, you know, use the same bingo card for all the Kaizo races. See if you can get yourself a bingo, because bingo's fun. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. See, this is why we figure out things in the last 2 seconds. We gotta turn on live split. There we go. Now we have everything. So let me just make sure our timer starts properly. Alright, cool. Alright, we have a timer. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and click yes to upload just to make sure we have it all there. Level has been uploaded properly. So I'll just go ahead and do that. I can close my Megaman Maker right now. 3.5 minutes. Sphere Shift, hello, hello. How does the bingo work? Oh, it's just for fun. Literally, you can click on them to close the... To cross out the different bingo things. So when you see them happen in the game, cross it out and try to get a line. Up, down, left, right, diagonal. Alright, upload is complete. So we are just standing by. We are just standing by for liftoff. 3 minutes. At 6:59, I will do my YouTube intro. So, hope you guys can stand by for that. Actually, I can probably edit it. I'll do my YouTube intro now. That's probably good. Alright. Don't want to do that? Maybe. I'm excited. Alright, we got a couple people on it now. Here's a YouTube intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Friday night Kaizo race for July the 13th. Friday the 13th, that is. And while we don't have a spooky level for you, we hope to bring you some solid entertainment. We've got our hottest racers here on screen. We have our reigning Kaizo King, Davieu. We've got Brick_Man. We've got QC_ ShallotMussels. And we have Akos_EOS. All of which I'm pretty sure have been kings already. So that's good. And our race is set to go in 2 minutes. I'm going to be your host. I am Gumjaw. I am also the creator of the race this week. So I have a very in-depth knowledge of everything that went on in the creation of this level, and I hope that I can bring you some solid commentary. We got a whole bunch of people in chat waiting to go. And if you're watching this live, there is a bingo in the title. So load up that bingo card in the stream title and see if you can get yourself a bingo by the time this race is over. We are in the final minute. Looks like we're getting some drop frames here. Oh God. Oh, there it's back. Alright, so the stream might have exploded temporarily. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you didn't hear it the first time, this is the Friday the 13th Kaizo race. Get ready, everybody. This race is going to be starting momentarily. Using my computer as my timer. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. And go. And let me get our race timer started so I don't forget. Alright, and the racers are going to be off momentarily. It looks like QC is the first one to pull the trigger. Hopping right in. Taking advantage. So if you look on QC's screen, he starts immediately getting 7 keys. So I'm using keys as coins in this level to lure you and show you where to go, because this is a full rush Kaizo. It is called Rush Percent. If you've come to my stream, you definitely have an idea of what's in store for you here. The little energy pickups on the ground represent places where the player is supposed to be dropping rush. Not exactly, but just to give them a hint. And the keys are meant just to guide them around. That's why we give them 7 keys right off the bat, so it is not something that is like they're wondering, do I need to dodge the keys or whatever. This first jump here with the UFO is trying to teach the players that the UFOs won't move when you do it with rush. And looks like Brickman is the first one to make it to the next screen. I'm going to refresh Davieu here. I don't know what happened to him. Hopefully he's still around and is actually playing the game. Is Davieu in there? Okay, looks like Davieu's in. 3 of our 4 are into the next room already. This is the first real Kaizo section past the tutorial. You can see it's pretty straightforward. You just gotta follow the floating keys, flip up that top flapjack, and then make your way over to the top right corner. Now, for anyone who doesn't know how rush physics work, rush will only land if he's kind of in a Megaman's height zone of you. So imagine I want to say a zone extending infinitely to the left and right of Megaman at his height. Rush will only land if he in that kind of area when you press the rush drop button, when he teleports in. So wherever Megaman is on the screen when you press the button, that's kind of his landing zone. Otherwise, he'll just fly all the way through it. Davieu having some trouble. Looks like his stream. Everyone else making their way through. Brickman looks like he has the biggest grasp on things. Is he the first one to go on? Yes, he is. Moving into the second area. In this area, you have to do a little bit of back and forth. So you're going to have to do a little bit of a rush staircase up to that UFO. And then the UFO is going to come down and to the left. From there, you're going to jump off, drop another rush, and fly all the way over to the left for victory. Looks like both Akos and QC have an idea of what's going on. And now it's all about the execution. Brickman taking a moment to consider things. Looks like he wasted the UFO. Oh, gets the double spring and goes right over without the UFO. Good job. Got a little bit of a snake on the right-hand side here. These guys just to scare you, because right at the top of this ladder is our next checkpoint. Gonna refresh Davieu again one more time while I talk about this room that Brickman has entered. So, the objective of this room, you gotta go all the way to the left, get yourself some bullets on that fanboy so he stops blowing you to the left, and then come all the way back and ride the, I guess I'm gonna call them 3 and 4. You can see the ones that Brickman just stood on. You wanna ride those two up using Rush to bounce up to the higher one and go to the right. So you gotta kind of manage your Rush usage here so that you don't trigger the UFOs that you don't want to use yet. If that makes any sense. Alright, reloading Davieu again. If anyone in chat can find me someone who's streaming that isn't Davieu, just so we can replace him if he keeps lagging. Alright, Brickman experimenting with things. Looks like he got the double jump there to not trigger the first two. So you can land on the third one, but you don't want to hit the fourth one. The only one you can land on the first time is the second UFO here. Second from the left, third from the right. The one that doesn't have any of the little energy pickups on them. Those are your guides for this. Looks like QC and Akos are still hanging out in our first room. Brickman has one whole checkpoint over top of them still, trying to figure out. There he goes. Ooh. So he's got the setup. He got to those ladders, just didn't hit up to grab on to his, grab onto the ladders there. Lots of stuff is moving very fast here. I'm kind of having a bit of a hard time following everything. Let's see who else is streaming right now. We're going to throw them in. Looks like GameFox. GameFox is streaming. Let's throw GameFox up. We'll try to refresh Davieu one more time. Maybe we can force like super mega low quality. 160p. Alright, we'll stay with that and see if that holds. Davieu is our king. We'd like to keep him on screen if possible. Brickman, ooh. Sorry, that wasn't Brickman, that was Davieu. Davieu almost making it over to that ladder. Kalev mentioning that the fan guide, the fanboy room that Brickman is on, is the hardest screen. Brickman now, killing the fanboy, has to get all the way back up and over. Looks like we lost Davieu one more time. Oh, we're back in. Okay, so it looks like the 160p might work for Davieu. Brickman killing the fanboy off again. So he's got to jump to the far one, then back to the middle, drop Rush on the middle, and use that to jump up to our top UFO. It's kind of a hard thing to explain. You can kind of see what it needs to do right there on screen. So that, the leftmost UFO is only going to go halfway up the screen. And it looks like Davieu here, we're getting brief glimpses into the Kaizo King, has made it to the fanboy room. Meanwhile, Akos and QC are still working on getting out of the first major section. Do I have a setting lower than 160 for Davieu? Can we just have 3 pixels? Brickman's still experimenting. He's got the gist of it. He just has to get a bit of the flow in order to have those two UFOs moving kind of at the right time. Brickman up, breaking those blocks, shooting down the fanboy, moving over. Let's see if he can clutch it out. Ooh! So, one thing about those UFOs, if you drop Rush on it too soon, Rush will actually fall through the UFO as it rises. So he's got to time it so Rush appears as the UFO is coming to a bit of a stop. He won't always fall through. Sometimes he will land properly and rise with it. I think it depends on like subpixels. Once Rush is planted, then he will move with it. But until then, it's a little tricky. You do have time, however, to to launch Rush on the second UFO when... Oh, going to interrupt Akos making the jump almost on the left there. You do have enough time to wait for the UFO in Brickman's stage to come to a stop before you put Rush on it. Or at least you can time Rush to land as it stops. Davieu, unfortunately, still a blurry spaghetti factory. So let's see. We're gonna switch off Davieu here. We're gonna line up GameFox, who is not the king. Oh, I gotta turn him off. Oh no!
The dog with double jumps.
Alright, Brickman up, going for a second attempt. Or, not a second attempt, a multiple attempt. Ooh, gets the rush bounce a little too low, doesn't quite make it further. I need to find a couple things. 2, 3, 6, 7, 2, 1. Alright, so Brickman making it all the way over. Unfortunately, I missed the little troll jump there, so you can't actually make that big long jump. That is purely just a false fall. And Brickman making it on to our tower climb. So this section here is a large tower climb. If you guys look on the left, it looks like Akos has made it past the first section, is moving on to the fanboy area. Keeping him in, I guess, third. Someone will have to keep track of Davieu for us. Brickman beginning our tower climb. This is an endurance section. There's not a lot of complicated stuff. It is just a lot. And if you fall, you gotta do it all over again. So Brickman sitting in a bit of a peak area. He wants to drop down below and then go off to the right. If he could do that little cheese he was getting, I don't think that would actually get him anywhere. Because there's a couple other UFO interactions he would need to do in order to properly advance beyond that point. Alright, QC. Going. Ugh. Akos figuring out the UFOs. Getting that pattern, trying to understand what's going on. Not a robot, yes. This is what I meant by saying using keys as coins. Brickman on his screen. I think he's going to keep trying for that cheese. Nope, not enough height. Good thing. That's one cheese that I didn't expect, so glad that it doesn't work. Happy day for me. He's got to go over to the right. Mind you, going to the right is not very hard at all, because those bombs that he was just standing on, they do respawn. Akos making his way through the fanboy room. Now, you guys can't really see it from your perspective, but that fan guy is blowing them to the left, which makes it a little harder to properly set up your dog bounces. Alright, Akos dropping the fanboy, and triggers things a little too early and gets smushed up against the spikes up top. Brickman dropping down, realizing now he needs to go to the right. Moving up, now he's looking at what he needs to do. Okay, he's dropping the dog in the right spot. He needs to put Rush on those spikes and head over to the left. There's going to be a UFO that's going to raise him up to a Rush block that he needs to destroy. And then head back over to the right and fly all the way to Freedom. And by Freedom, I mean another section. Take a look at Akos' screen. If he's got the fanboy down, he's still aiming to go on that first platform. He needs to jump over the first platform to the second one. See how long it's going to take him to get that. QC coming up to the second section in the first major area, seeing if he can get out of here. Nope, drops Rush a little bit too early. You can see what I meant there, where Rush will spawn in the spikes sometime. That's because Megaman is a little still too low when he triggers it. Looks like QC is trying to use the Bomb Blast to sort of pseudo damage boost up on top. That is a little bit of cheese. No bombs in this area. That cheese ain't gonna fly anymore. Okay, QC going. Does he make it? And he's over. QC heading up to the fanboy room, provided he doesn't somehow take a full bar of damage to these three little shocker guys. QC with the checkpoint. GameFox. Ooh, GameFox almost had it as well. Moved a little too late for that rush jump. Brickman still working on that transition just north of the Flapjacks. It's stalling him a bit, giving anyone a chance to catch up. Brickman went up. I think he realized what he needed to do there. He saw the rush coil block, so now he knows when he rides that UFO, he needs to shoot down a block. Let's just look at Brickman real quick. He should be able to get there lickety-split, and you guys can get a grasp of what I was talking about with that rush coil block. So there you see top right of his screen, that rush coil block. He needs to shoot that down and then catch the UFO directly under him in order to get back to the rising platform. When I designed this section, one of the things I always liked in Kaizo levels was these like endurance sections, where it's not necessarily super difficult, but it's just a lot of execution that wears down on you as you go. Because nothing that's going on is incredibly precise in any way. It's just, there's a lot of it. Alright, QC shooting the fanboy. He's got no platforms to go. Brickman going up to the UFO. Ooh, triggers it and falls off. A little too soon. Let's see how long it takes him to realize he's got to shoot that block. I haven't seen him shoot any shots at it yet, so we're not sure if he's even aware of that's what he needs to do. Hopefully he's not trying to go around it. Akos going up, shooting the fanboy. Trying to catch up to Brickman in the tower section. Oh, Rush comes down on the left side. Not where he wants him to be. Sends him plummeting to his death. Going for round two. Brickman, meanwhile, up on the top. And he's got that platform gone. Lands on the UFO. He jumped at the end there. Okay, there he goes. Respawns the elevator. Hops over. Brickman entering new territory this next section. So, for this area... Ooh, Brickman dropped and despawned his UFO. For this area, he wants to just hang on that UFO as it descends, and that will flip the flapjack all on its own. You can jump off if you want, do a little slide twirl, but that's not necessary. Then you're going to hop over to the left and do some interesting rush shenanigans. I'm sure we'll have time to look at that while Brickman figures it out. Meanwhile, let's take a look over at Akos, who has the majority of this puzzle locked in. He just needs to execute this final rush drop. We look it over at GameFox here. He's still working on our first area. Looks like he's got the gist of it. Just needs to be able to make that last jump. Ooh, Akos' screen. Rush falling through the platform, denying him his opportunity to move forward. QC looks like he's on the ball as well. Let's see if QC has any better luck. Oh, triggered that left platform early. That ain't gonna help you. Brickman going back up to the new section. So if Brickman just stands there, it'll flip over all on its own. Now he needs to jump over to the left, drop rush on that flapjack, and keep going up. catch the UFO on the other side of some spikes. Alright, QC realizing he needs to go left first. Dropped Rush on the platform. This may be the first time of him noticing that Rush will fall through, so he's got to do a little bit of preemptive planning. Trying to keep an eye on everybody, make sure we're all focusing in the right way. Brickman, looking at things. Tried to drop Rush on those spikes, but like I mentioned earlier, if you drop Rush in a place that's not where kind of Mega Man is, he'll just fly straight through it and ignore it. Akos going for another try on the UFO section. Ooh, it looks like he's trying to catch Rush on the down, like as he's falling almost. Brickman trying this a second time. You can see that spike ceiling that he's going to need to try to dodge, so he needs to... Oh. New information. Progress for Brickman. GameFox moving up to the second area, doing another attempt to try to catch up to both Akos and QC. You can't even keep up what's going on. There's a lot going on. There is definitely a lot going on. It's a more condensed type of Kaizo, I 100% agree. Ooh, QC getting the rush drop on the platform just a second too late, unable to make it up and over. Akos missing the rush drop similarly. QC going for another attempt. Let's see if he can get it. 1, 2, oh, rush misses and falls all the way down. I created this level. Yes, this is a level of my creation. I'm hoping that they can get it done within about half an hour. Brickman, and I think Brickman's on pace to do that. Alright, so you see on Brickman's screen, he dropped Rush on the platform. As soon as he drops Rush, he needs to kind of do a slide of faith off the UFO, which will land him on Rush as Rush appears. And then from that point, everything will kind of flow together. QC and Akos still working on this room. Now, one thing that I was trying to do when I made this stage was bring a lot of the Kaizo players out of their comfort zone. Because, you know, a lot of the stuff they normally do is all charge kicks and oil slides and windstorms and even just intense regular platforming. So adding Rush into the mix. Oh, and it looks like as I'm talking as usual, Akos finally makes it over, gets that E-tank and the checkpoint, and is moving now onto our, our tower climb. Let's see if QC can catch up to keep the pace. I so far have not been paying attention to anyone's progress, so that's par for the course for me. Sorry, guys. Akos starting to get his feet wet in the tower climb. Brickman consistently able to get back to this section here where you've got to break the block. This little underhang changeover section, he's working out. I think he's got the gist of what's going on. Yeah, he knew exactly what's going on there. Went for that slide, just rushed, went a little too early and didn't land on the platform. Once you get to any of the sections where you break the blocks, there is plenty of opportunity to fall and still catch yourself and work your way back up. And because some of the puzzles, you know, half of them are just breaking those rush coil blocks, you can actually get back to where you were pretty quickly by just re-climbing back up. So it's not always good to reset if you miss out on a jump or two. As long as you don't die, you can just try to find a footing and keep ascending. Alright. QC. Going for the fanboy one more time. GameFox looks like he's consistently just barely missing that last jump to get out of that first major section. I think probably the section that Brickman is on is one of the more, I want to say, awkward sections. It's definitely the tightest, probably. And it's not immediately obvious what to do just by looking at it, because you don't know how things are going to move and how things are gonna feel. While, you know, Kelev says that the fanboy section is probably the hardest, I want to say that one little interaction there is very much the weirdest. Alright, so Akos falling all the way back down to the bottom. He got a look at that rush coil block, kind of has an idea of what he needs to do. GameFox trying to get out of this one more time. Can he do it? Ooh, nope. Over to Brickman, taking another attempt. Drops rush, on rush, gets up onto the bombs, making progress now. So he's got to follow those keys. We're going to go to the left, shoot another rush coil block. Oh. Alright, so you saw the rush coil block there up on the right. He's got to go to the left, shoot the block. In bouncing off rush to shoot the block, all the bombs beneath him will respawn. So he will land on fresh bombs, then head all the way over to the right, head up, and then he's pretty much home free after that. Very, very close to first shotting that for Brickman. Alright, Brickman looks like he's got a solid idea of what he's doing now. He's going to go up to the left. Be very careful. Alright, so he's got to shoot that. All your bombs are back. Going to the right. Got to get rush on this. Well, Brickman could have very much salvaged that. All the bombs were still were respawned under him. So, little quick trigger finger there with the reset. QC. Looks like he's trying to drop rush on the wrong platform. I don't know if that was just an accident. GameFox still struggling with that second half of the first section. Brickman making another attempt at the bomb climb. Here we go, over to the left. Gonna shoot out that rush coil block, come down back to the right. You don't want to step on both of those blocks at the same time. Ugh. Rush wasn't cooperating there at all. Akos getting the cheese jump, realizing that's not going to help him because he needs that flapjack to be spun over in order to progress. Progress? Progress? Progress. I think this level is mostly cheese-proof, other than that little damage boost that QC was able to do, which is largely harmless. Brickman going back up to the bomb section. Falling down, looking for some place to land, besides just to reset instead. QC still struggling to get rush in place. GameFox going for another attempt. Oh, Bonks' head falls down to his death. Davieu commenting in chat, he hopes this is the last section because this is hell. That's what it was designed to be. So good. That means our Kaizo King is also in that last section. And here we go, Brickman making it up, has this little ladder he needs to get to. It's actually a lot easier than it looks, but it's just kind of intimidating. You got two options, left or right here. Brickman going to the left. And let's see what happens to Brickman. So this is an intentional, this is a troll reset. This is not actually the start of the level. He is at the end. There's one trick left. Let's see if he realizes he doesn't need to keep going. Okay, there we go. Sees the hints. Brickman on his way to the finish. Just has to make this one last jump. Doesn't quite get it. Brickman is one rush coil away from victory. And he has rescued the snake and taken first place. Sub 30 minutes. Brickman, I believe, has finished first, unless Davey has done something in the recent couple of seconds. Let's see if we can reload up Davey on Brickman's screen here. Brickman is, in fact, first place. QC saying he does not see any solution to the fanboy level. Meanwhile, Ako's breaking open that wall, continuing to go on. Who can I change my audio to? This is going to be interesting. Well, let's try to bring up Davey at the very least for sound. Twitch 2. Hopefully you guys can hear that. We're going to line up Davey a bit better here on screen. This is our reigning Kaizo King. Looks like he's still working on the climb. Hopefully we can keep him in here for a bit. Davey is at the bomb jump. So Davey is pretty much at the end right now. Looks like we're still having some lag issues with him, keeping him consistent. If anyone wants to go give QC some hints, GameFox still trying to get out of that first section there. Davey following all the way down, catching the reset. Working on this tricky little underhang section. Infinite resets for Davey. Davey getting up on the bombs once more. Davey is right there at the end. He just has to, like, he's at the last jump. He just has to get up there. Meanwhile, GameFox, still not getting it enough. Poor GameFox has been working on that first jump for a while now. QC likewise has been stuck in fanboy hell. Looks like we've got Blurry Davey. Brickman with the rain in the praises. Thank you very much, Brickman. Looks like it was right up your alley. Like a lot of the tricks you got very, very quickly. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Davey catching the reset. Davey is so close to second place here. Davey going up. Let's see if he can get the block reset. Alright, Davey, moments away. Oh, landing on both green blocks is going to be your downfall right there. You got to just land on one, take a hop over, drop rush, and then last block off to your finish. QC still having some trouble, but it looks like Akos has realized what he needs to do with the flapjack and the rush. So it is now going to be a very close second place between Davey and Akos. I don't think we've seen Akos make it up to the bomb section yet, but the bomb section is pretty straightforward. And my phone is going off. Okay, it looks like Davey's connection has stabilized a little bit for us over here, which is very, very good. Maybe we can give him back some pixels. Okay, we're going to keep an eye. Both Davey and QC, oh, both of them at the same section. Or, sorry, Akos. Both of them taking a fall. Okay, we're going to go in, we're going to give some pixels back to Davey. See if that helps at all. QC got the first half of the fanboy section down pretty consistently. He's still trying to drop rush on the UFO before rising. Okay, Akos. Ooh, alright. Akos, I think that's progress for Akos, making it up to the bomb section there. Didn't realize that he needed to drop rush on the spikes there. He took a quick little discovery jump and then fell down to his death. QC doing a manual reset there. Davey going up. Let's see if he can get up onto the bombs once again. Oh, looks like Davey's going to be reduced to less pixels. Alright, Davey's up on the bombs. Davey, we glitched into the future. Alright, Davey has broken the rush coil block. Can he get up to the... Oh! Davey, just missing the edge. That's gotta sting. That is, as you guys have seen, pretty much the last jump. The little ladder jump above it is more just for intimidation. At the top of this giant tower, you're faced with this sketchy looking one last rush jump. Alright. Davey and Akos neck and neck right now, moving up. Davey has a bit more information, but is probably a bit tilted given everything so far. Akos grabbing the reset. Meanwhile, Davey looks like he's dying. GameFox still working on getting out of this first section. QC hanging on a ladder. Racking his brain. I think he's hit a bit of a Kaizo player's block, trying to figure out what he needs to do here. Go ahead, if anyone wants to give him some assistance, let him know what he needs to do. Feel free to go do that. We have our first place already. Davey heading up once again onto the bombs. Can he clinch it out? Here it comes. Second place. Do we have our second place finisher? Up on the... Awkward pause. Okay, up onto the first block. Rushes down, over. Alright. One last jump. One last jump. Can he... And he makes it. Which way is he going to go? Left or right? He's going left. And now let's hope he doesn't rage quit. Or rage reset here. Again, at the fake start. He's going to go over to the right. Hopefully he sees all the sparkling and all the shrimp and all the everything. Yeah. And he's in the final room. All he has to do... Davey with the what? Standing there. All you have to do is land. Find a safe place to land with that energy element. And Davey is complete. There we go. He knows what's going on. You gotta get that snack. Snack shows you the way. Follow the snack. And, oh, jumping a little late. You have a couple seconds standing on those closing doors there before you fall. So all you need to do to make that last jump is drop rush, wait about half a second, and then you can take to the air just like that. And with that, I'm pretty sure we have Davey in second place. Congratulations, Davey. I think Davey was fooled. I think Davey thinks that it's the same room as the start. I think Davey thinks there was a dev exit. I believe Davey is under the impression that that was a dev exit right at the start. So someone let him know so he doesn't feel like he wasted his time. And it looks like QC finally made it out of the fanboy section. He's got to deal with this big guy here. He's going to take the fight to him the hard way. Hopefully he doesn't... QC, don't die. QC just abandoning there. Dodging the E-tank. Grabbing the checkpoint. Going back to full life. And QC is heading to the tower. Brickman carrying on with the dev exit talk. see how long we can, probably until Davey gets into this chat. So for anyone wondering, there is no actual dev exit. It's a clone room. The start of it doesn't have those doors on the side. I'm having fun with that. Okay, so I need to find someone who can give us an audio feed. I don't know who can give us a clean audio feed. I think QC's got music. Akos is probably talking. Anyway, good. Congratulations to Brickman with first place and Davey with second place, with 28 minutes and about 38 minutes respectively. Akos looks like he's making it up to the bomb section. I don't know if this is I don't know if this is his first time getting there, but he definitely got some views. He's getting the reset, following a little ways down. Watch it one more time. Davey's pretty good with execution once he understands what's going on, so hopefully he'll be able to capitalize and keep getting back to this situation pretty fast. Ooh, Rush didn't deliver there. He landed with some iframes on the spikes. Could have salvaged it, but just a little too frazzled about everything. It's really hard to recollect yourself after you're falling and you happen to land somewhere. Brickman, how long did it take me to make this level? I posted the first playtest at the start of June. So I made it in May, and I've been kind of working on it since then. So Kelev did a bunch of checks through it. We changed a couple things. Let me just talk to Davey here. Confirm that there is no dev exit. Alright, looks like we lost Davey again for audio purposes, so we're gonna find, I don't know, who can we get audio from? Let's go investigating. Oh, meanwhile, Akos, I just noticed Akos had in fact gotten to the restart room. Let's listen, actually. Let's listen in on Akos and see what he thinks about all this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the first screen doesn't actually have a way to get down here. Is the thing. So we couldn't have actually. This isn't actually. It's just a recreation of the first screen was just open. At least that's what I think. And if I could get one last rush jump, that's all I need. One last rush jump. Can I just fucking grab that there and just fucking... Hold up. Can I grab that without transitioning the screen? Is that entirely a thing?
Hopefully you guys can hear Akos here.
Nope. No, not. Okay, fair enough. I was gonna say, if that was a thing, that would be fucking hilarious.
And Akos finishing it up right there. With our 3rd place. Congratulations to Brickman, Davey, and Akos, our top 3 finishers. Brickman asks, what happens if you go right at the fake starting? The UFO, the screen doesn't scroll, and if you land on the UFO, it'll just bring you all the way back to the left. So you can't actually progress. It should, in theory, it should be fake. There's also one of those electric guys, the little green guys that come from the ceiling, that show up after a while to kind of cue you in that something's not right. There was originally a checkpoint in that room in both the real and fake versions, but I wanted to make sure every time if you died somehow near the end, quote unquote, in the fake troll section, that you didn't. That you could always see the shrimp going off screen and all the flashing, because you can see all those energy elements off the screen to the left, right? So hopefully that brings you in that direction. All right, so we got QC and GameFox remaining. This is 43 minutes. We're gonna keep going, but I think at this point is where the YouTube video will probably end. So I'm gonna do my little YouTube outro here, guys. So congratulations to Brickman finishing with 28 minutes 11 seconds, Davey finishing with 37:54, and Akos finishing with 43:33-ish. This level was Rush Percent, code 236721, created by myself. If you want to play it, feel free to go there, see if you can get a better time. It is not a long level, it is just a different level. Again, if you want to take part in any future Friday Night Kaizo races, regardless of your skill level, head on over to the Friday Night Kaizo Discord. Just ask or tag me in any of the other Mega Man Maker Discords, and I will give you the link, or you can find it somewhere. You can find it somewhere. And feel free to join us. You know, you don't. The winner gets bragging rights and a little crown emoji. So there's nothing super fancy that you have to lose by coming out and trying. The difficulty range changes every week. We have different creators making their stuff and having people race it. It's a super fun time. And you know, if I'm free, then you get to take part in one of these Kaizo commentary videos. See yourself on stage for everyone else to watch. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to leave a like. Follow all the other racers. So Davey, their names that are on screen now are the correct names. Brick_man is our first place, and I think that was the only one we changed off of. So yeah, thank you to our racers: GameFox, Davieu, QC_ShallotMussels, Akos_EOS, Brick_man, and I am Gumjaw. Give everyone there a nice follow on Twitch, and check them out on YouTube as well if they exist there. Yeah, that's going to be the end of this YouTube video. Boom. As far as this live Twitch thing goes that we're talking about right now, we're going to keep hanging out with QC and GameFox for a bit and see what they go. We got Akos hopping into chat. He says most definitely not on the keys thing. I don't know who to go to. Let's hop on GameFox's audio, I guess. He's probably talking. We'll keep him lowish. Alright. So GameFox, I don't know how long he's been on the fanboy section. I think we saw him. Yeah, we saw him for a while. He's been there. Let's turn this down just a little bit. So Akos, actually, what is your Yeah, you're not on the keys thing. What's the what's your beef with the keys? You just felt they were too confusing? Brickman, Davey, what did you feel about that? What Demon said, what if someone dodged all the keys? Would the doors in the room be safe? Is there even a way to dodge enough keys? The start of the level, you have to run through 7 keys. So you go through, you automatically pick up 7 keys right at the start. But if somehow you manage to dodge all the keys, then I guess, yeah, the last section would be fine. But like, the keys are your pathway, right? So, you know, look at the section that QC is on here. Like just look at him, and you know this jump here that he's on right now. That you pretty much can't dodge those keys, right? You need to flip that flapjack. So there's 1 key. I don't think it's possible to dodge 7 keys, like to pick up less than 7 keys in the entire level.
Why? Wait, I don't even need that first one.
GameFox going through scientific method, some trial and error.
Okay.
I definitely feel this is new ground for him as far as learning stuff. Yeah, Akos. So Akos says
First
that
I did it with the pause buffer, and now it doesn't work anymore for me.
Akos is saying at the start he was trying to dodge them, and then he got past the first screen and realized they were more of a path.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, in the very first, that's why I gave you 7 right off the bat. I was hoping to try to kind of show you that, hey, these are, like, you're going to be maxed out on keys immediately. Don't try to dodge them.
Re-jump up there again to get the jump. Good that I saw this one here.
Let's see if
I have to do the re-jump up there again.
let's see if QC is quieter. Do we have anyone else streaming right now that we can put? There we go. QC's got audio. Also, you like the keys as a guide, but you feel like the energy capsules as markers where Rush got a bit confusing. Yeah, I couldn't put them everywhere where I felt they needed to be, like the flapjacks in particular. I was trying to make sure whatever I used would respawn every time you died, so I couldn't use E-tanks, which could float in the air, because once you got them, they'd be gone. I could use the weapon energy pickup, but not only were those 2 tiles wide, but they were also, they flash. So when you have a screen that has multiple on, it's just like really distracting and seizure inducing. So I think right about now, just because we're at this point, we should let's all hop over to QC, because I got kind of 2 screens with nothing right now. I don't have a good audio source, so none of this is really good watching right now. So let's head over. I think we should raid QC, and we will all continue our conversation there. So incoming raid invite. Yeah, thank you everyone who's here. Come with me. Let's go join QC and cheer him on. He's almost done. We can make sure he finishes this out. Let's go. Alright, see you all over there.